So now let's... There's a bunch of dudes I inherited. Oh, this all the divisions, okay. Army, let's just make sure everybody's in. Yeah, so I got 47 divisions. Let's make them good divisions. That's actually going to... I don't have artillery or anything for them, but, well, might as well. So, I'm going to retrain them after they get all the support equipment. Right now they just don't, so they shouldn't be training. And, yeah, I'll just stop. There's massive shortage of support equipment, so... how many divisions are we going to have? Like, this is police, so let's just mark them as police. Police, and they have like the lowest reinforcement priority. So I have almost 200 divisions. I have probably like 18 training. No, I have 138 in training. Okay, so I'm gonna have like a 350 divisions. I might be wrong. 350 infantry divisions, and they're going to get like one medium tank each. Which really they should just roll over Soviet Union. Just a matter of time. Okay, so let's get them. The problem is that those bastards might actually join some faction, and that might actually screw my campaign, but well... This campaign is just... so many weird things happen already that one more strange thing is really not a big deal. Okay. Which army is this? Just name them something, because right now they don't have names. Tibet. This is Army of Yunnan. And that's the Army of Ma. Okay, I'm just going to micro this. I know this is an easy war, but it's even if we have like a super easy war, it's just faster to micro things than just to rely on AI to actually do the right thing. So the only strong one of the warlords was the one who actually folded, so this warlord was actually quite strong. They had like 47 divisions. I mean, they were crap divisions, so I did not have much trouble defeating them in the end, but that would just be a massive delay and unnecessary losses. The other three warlords are really weak, so... Let's just move to all the unopposed tiles. Should be fine. The risk is really that they might join some faction. There's no risk of them actually winning anything. But they could join a faction, that's a risk for me. Especially since I'm fascist now, so if you're fascist, there's like only one small penalty, and that's people are going to care more about your warmongering. Well, the democracies are going to care more about your warmongering, so that's one reason to stay non-aligned for a while longer, is that you can... okay, we have light cruisers 3, that's good, that's exactly what we want. We're going to start building a proper fleet now. So let's start getting some bonuses. Okay, so... production, we have only 7. Let's get one building convoys, and everybody else starts building light cruisers. Can I actually increase your... yeah, I can do one upgrade, that's fine. It's better than nothing. It's not like I have anything better to do with my naval experience. Okay, everybody, and that's 1.8 a year. That's just miserable. And let's get you here. Beijing. Okay, is it now faster? How many are we gonna get? 2.6 a year. I would like a fleet of at least 50 by the time I go to war with allies. Yeah, we need like at least two full 15s of dockyards making them. Yeah, let's get that. Okay, so far they're not joining any factions. I mean, this is the risk. The risk is not that they're going to win anything, it's just the risk they're going to join the faction and that's just going to screw me completely over. That's why I didn't fabricate or take a course on them before, because if you fabricate, they can get guaranteed and they can join a faction. If you get a focus button, I mean, that actually depends on the focus buttons, because some of them work differently than others. So in case of some focus buttons, there's a warning, and that makes democracies guarantee them. For most focus buttons, the guarantee is not possible, but they can still join a faction just anytime they want. Okay, let's get some rubber. I'm going to start building some kind of air force relatively soon. Oh yeah, those guys, you kinda tried to get a war and the war decided not just to ignore you. Okay, you guys, let's just move you to Guangzhou. Should probably move some of them to Soviet border. There's still time. It is fairly easy, but this is still like a race against time, because if I take too long, every moment I'm not actually advancing, it means that they could join a faction and just completely screw me. That's what miners do. Like, in military times, they can't do anything. Like, they're completely helpless. Like, you know you're going to win those easy wars. But if they join the allies, like, what are you gonna do? What is SR Croatia? Oh yeah, so Communist Croatia capitulated the allies. Yes, so you know what really mess with me? If Soviets lost to allies and allies got everything. Like, it would be so difficult to expand after that. Like, there would be allies everywhere. The nicest thing... Okay, you know, annex some states. Let's get one good here. I think I should be preparing to go to war with the Soviets. What is this flag? It's like a... Oh yeah, this is the 5-color flag. China used to have this 5-color flag. People kind of forgot about it by now. I think this was used before the First World War, like the First Chinese Republic, I think. I think this represents like 5 people of China. It's like the Chinese, the Manchus, the Mongolians. I think the Muslims count as people here. I mean the Xinjiang Muslims, and I'm not sure what's the 5th ones. Yeah, the Manchus, the Mongolians, the Muslims, the Hans, and yeah, there's one more nationality. I'm not sure what's the 5th nationality, but these are the 5 people of China. Right now, obviously, they have like a much longer list, but back then they just had the 5 big ones. How much support equipment I need? 240 days, 400 days, 460 days, 400 days. I think I'm just recruiting too many. Let's just tone down the recruitment because that's just silly. I'll get them later. Let's get down to 80, that's fine. Yeah, we can get all the warlords to join our army. No, it's 250 days. It's still quite a long time. That's fine. There is no rush. So after that, I can go after India, which sounds pretty silly. I can get 5 field dockyards in Taiwan. Actually, this is a really good one. That's some bonuses. Or after a while, I could just get these are basically CBs on the Soviets, and also like on Bhutan and yeah. but there's not that much rush. I don't think Allies are going to win with the Soviets. Hopefully it's going to just be like a really slow stalemate. With a lot of dead people on both sides. Those guys stayed here. Hopefully I'm not getting too many losses. 800 people lost. Okay. Well, I guess I can do it. Okay, that's worth something. So after I take this one, it should probably be over. Yeah, one cav is just running. I really like those models, by the way. The models are really nice. I know, like, people would like NATO counters and stuff, but, like, they look nice on a zoom in. Oh yeah, I need to pass a few times, okay. It's kinda silly that even if you have 100% war score, you still can sometimes just have to pass a few times. Okay, we got some equipment. Can I start building planes now? No, that's gonna take me a while. Okay, let's just build other things first. I'm gonna switch to planes afterwards. Right, let's redo this. Let's get in from Sweden. Actually, in this mod, Sweden has the national focus tree, so... but what Sweden usually does with this national focus tree is they usually join the allies. They don't... I mean, they can form their own faction, maybe, or just try to join somebody funny, but, like, the only time I played with this mod, they joined the allies. Which is actually quite relevant. So, in my last campaign, Germany took over Denmark, and because Sweden got to the allies... yeah, like I see the point of NATO counters. They make sense. The reason I don't like NATO counters is mostly because the division templates I have are just insane. Like, this is not a division that has any, like, what division, how do you describe this? It's like, let's say you have 4 marines, 2 artillery and 1 medium tank. What the hell is this NATO counter for? Like, those divisions are just so unlike the real world divisions. It just makes sense, no sense to have NATO counters for them. It's like, you have this division, for okay, this is infantry, this is plain infantry, that's fine. But this is also infantry. Should they get different... they should have different icons so we can actually tell them apart, but, like, how would you do that? Yeah, it's like... or you can go, like, crazy. For example, this one has, like, if I put a medium tank there, and in the other one I put, like, self-propelled guns, it's like, what the hell is this? It's like, those divisions make no sense. That's why I use funny ones. If they change the system so you actually use realistic divisions, like, let's say tanks or something, maybe. Oh yeah, anyway, by the way, because this is straight here, so in my previous campaign as Hungary, Germany had like a 140 division attacking against 100 Swedish and Allied divisions here. So they lost like 1 million guys from 140 divisions attacking across the strait. And like, this was ridiculous. They lost the war by actually attacking everybody in this strait, and afterwards, like, Allies just landed and just walked over them. And I attacked them from here and I took Berlin in like a week. It was really easy. I had no idea. I just like loaded like the old saves to see what the hell happened to Germany, and yeah, they actually tried to attack with Sweden. So Sweden joining a war can actually be really strong. I mean, not right now, the war is on the other side, but still. Okay, yeah, let's get back. So we are going to get to Tibet in 40 days. So let's get a Tibet army. Let's get some more guys here. And those guys, let's move you back. I'm just trying to move them back just so they don't take any supply. $105 days, that's kind of slow. Is there any way to get Xinjiang? Don't think I have any free CB on Xinjiang. I could just fabricate on them. And obviously if I do that, they're going to join the Comintern. The reason I don't want to fabricate is that no matter what I do, allies can just guarantee them, and I really don't want to war against allies. Yeah, let's just wait, there's no rush. let's redraw this line a bit. Yeah, because everybody forgot how to strategically deploy. Strategically deploy means something AI just doesn't want to do. Mostly because in patch 1.0, they were strategically deploying everywhere and they kind of overreacted and just fixed it too strongly. Okay, so what can we get? Convoy raiding, I don't care. Naval experience gain or screen attack? Okay, so this means light cruiser attack and light cruiser defense. Okay, let's get that. And that pretty much ends my... I guess I could get Captain of Industry. This is infrastructure construction. At some point I will need that. I guess I could build some civilian factories, like... I thought I'd capture more. How many do you have? 5 civ and 4 military. Yeah, very military heavy. Well, there's a reason for that, and the reason is that civilian ones cost like twice as much, but still. Okay, so plan for the war with the Soviets. Well, I guess I could just go get those small bastards first. That's 9 factories, that's 9 factories. Those factories are from the... Oh, okay, so here's a strategic hint. So you know how miners have this industrial focus tree, which gives them... this is 1, 2, 3, 4 civilian and 3 military factories. That's 7 free factories, which increases them from like starting 3 to like 9. So the AI logic here is that if you're a miner with 2 provinces or more, you get that almost as soon as possible. But if you only have 1 province, you're going to wait until 1939. So if you want to conquer those guys, you should wait for like 1940 or so they can actually take that. So 1 province miners and Chinese miners, they have the logic that delays them by a few years. I don't remember who counts as Chinese miner, maybe Xinjiang as well. I know that those ones do, but... So if you're, for example, Mexico and you want to take those bastards in 1937 as fascist Mexico, they will have like a 1 factory each and 1 and 1, or 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or something like that. So like 3 to 4 factories. But if you wait until 1940, you get like 50 factories out of this land instead of having like 20. So this is like 33 factories. So there's a reason to wait with them. And I mean, you don't have to, but at least there's like a strategic reason to do that. Which is not explained anywhere in the game, obviously, because that's like some AI logic bit. Okay, I have too many guys here, let's just get some of the guys out. Okay, so let's actually... okay, this is Tibet. Let's get you to new theater. So I need to rearrange this. I know there's still a lot of time, but I might as well start rearranging them now. So let's going to have 24 guys in Mongolian border. Okay, so this is the north. And that's going to be the west. So let's make that Mongolia. Okay. Just this. So Mongolia, Tanutuva. But that's a really cute strategy. The strategy of us, anybody coming from the east, is just to, when you're fighting Soviets, just go here and go straight north, and you pocket entire Siberia. Just go here, it's not that many provinces. And like Soviets never expect that, so you just move here and you pocket Siberia and then you also pocket Caucasus. So pocketing the entire Siberia sounds ridiculous, but you can do it. There's no ports here, and there's some small ports here, but they all have almost no supply. And sure, you obviously start with Vladivostok, but after that... Okay, so let's get the next set of guys. Let's say Vladivostok. Can I even type? Okay. That sounds like a really derpy front. I mean, those arrows are just so I can see what the hell they're doing. so let's get some of them to Xinjiang. And let's get like half of everybody else just on the Soviet front. I'm not even using all my units for a simple reason that I don't have supply to just put everybody in the right place. Okay, yeah, it's just no, not all the Soviet border, just this bit. The only way to attack the Soviets is to attack Xinjiang as well. Like, it's kinda silly not to. I guess I could start fabricating. I don't have, no, okay, so I don't have any claims on like Mongolia or the Soviets yet, but I will. After a few focus buttons, I will. And these are the reserves. So a lot of those guys are noobs, and I will have to wait 120 days before I start exercising them. Well, actually less, because I only... okay, half the time. So after 60 days, we're going to start exercising everybody. Like, the way I play this game is like really micro-intense. I don't think this is like the best way to play this game. You could just like enjoy the game by just like, you know, having the AI do everything and just have fun. Like, I think I micro too much. Tanks and armor variants, that actually doesn't do much. Soft attack 5%, soft attack 10%. Yeah, we're going to go all the way to, through the doctrine tree. If anybody doesn't know, the way you play you research the stuff is that you always take superior firepower as everybody, and you usually go the right side. Like, the right side is usually much better. Like, stuff like hard attack, maybe in multiplayer. Yeah, like, so usually I just micro and then I get into war with allies and I have a world war and I have so many units. Like, towards the end of the game I sometimes just get the AI to do some things. But early game I just like prefer the micro. I just find it more fun. Right, so Tibet might or might not fold, and we're going to get CBs on all those bastards eventually. I could start fabricating here. 150 days. Why can't... oh yeah, I need some more political power. Yeah, I'll just wait one more day. Or 2 more days? Fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna fabricate on them. Worst case, they join the Allies, and that's... okay, so what happened to the Axis? Okay, so what happened is that Germany attacked Czechoslovakia, there was a coup event that killed Hitler and started a civil war in Germany. So, Hitler was replaced by, I think, Heinrich Himmler, and there was a rebellion which took like half the Germany and joined the Axis. So, Axis is gone. They lost to French, Czechs, and the rebels. Like, and now, these are the Allies. These are the Allies Axis. The Allies Germans. They're fighting Italian faction and they're fighting the Soviets. This is the faction map. This is unusual. This is the first time I see this. I've never seen this Hitler coup event. I mean, this is historical. Like, they were actually planning that if the Allies respond to threats against Czechoslovakia and declare war, they're going to assassinate Hitler and start a coup. But because the Allies just gave up, they were just total pussies. There was no coup, and Hitler survived, and there was the Second World War. So this is all fault of basically French and especially Brits being just so unwilling to fight. So right now, everybody guarantees spam Finland. I didn't do anything, just the Soviets fabricated in Finland, everybody guaranteed them. It was guaranteed spam by Germany, France, and UK. And they got in the war with Soviets, and because Yugoslavia was guaranteed by the Allies, so even though Yugoslavia actually joined Międzymorza, the Polish faction, they are still fighting. So they joined the wrong faction, but because they're guaranteed, even though Yugoslavia no longer exists, they are still there's still war between New Roman Empire of Mussolini and the Allies. So Allies are fighting 2 different big factions, and now I kind of want to fight the Soviets because they're like the weakest. And I don't have any navy to attack Japan, so I'm going to just skip it. I got some land from events. Okay, that should be enough supplies. Oh yeah, let's fabricate the little bastards. I'll retake core. They don't care that I'm retaking core or anything. Those are probably my cores. Are they my cores? Okay, is Hong Kong and so on my core? That's my core, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to go to war with Portugal over the cores. Okay, so what happened to Japan? So, Japan attacked me, obviously. They didn't join any factions because Japan is kind of reluctant to join the Axis. And by the time they actually get their focus tree up to the point where they can join the Axis, Axis would no longer existed. So I beat them back, and because they lost all the land in China, they got an event that starts a Japanese civil war. So, civil war, Democratic Japan won. They're not in the Allies. It was just a civil war. So I got a Taiwan from my event 3 by some funny effect. I think that the event is bugged. For some reason Japan gave me Taiwan in the middle of the war. They probably shouldn't. And after the war, Democratic Japan gave me Manchuria by event. These are my cores, so they returned the cores just to be friendly. And I got that in the war. The puppet. I got the puppet in the war, everything else I got by event. So I got this by event, this by event. And the best thing about this is that they lost like 80% of the ships, because the ships were on the fascist side, and when you win a war, you don't get the ships. The ships are always sunk. All the ships on the losing side are sunk. They got half the planes, but they lost all the ships, so I could just build a bigger fleet and just take over Japan. The downside is that if I attack Japan, because they're democratic, they will probably join the Allies. Yeah, they attacked me. I pushed them back. But this is new. This is the Civil War. So, Civil War, this is like a new country. So this is not Japan, this is like a dynamically generated country, which has the same name as Japan, but it's a new country. So fascist Japan lost the war, so it doesn't exist anymore. But the Civil War overrides it, so the Civil War takes all the cores. So even for like I defeated Japan, I control this stuff, the Civil War takes priority, so the Democratic Japan just took this and the war ended. The only country still left in war was this puppet. So yeah, so I mean you can just take a look at the saved videos on the channel. I'm going to put them on YouTube later and just take a look at the war. I hope the microphone quality is better, because the first episode, like, the microphone was kinda not very good. Anyway, now we're waiting for our CB on the rightful Tibet. And also in Xinjiang. I hope they're not going to guarantee spam me. Like, they can join Comintern, and that's actually fine. That's just going to get me to the war with the Soviets while they're here. So the Soviets are fighting over Warsaw and so on, so they're not going to have any armies, so I'm going to be able to take at least the Far East and hopefully a big chunk of that before they even react. Okay, need some supplies. Yeah, there's not that much I can do about this. Let's get like some of those units back. Yeah, a lot of those units are just total noobs. Let's get those units to, let's say, Taiwan. Should be enough. I don't want to just build infrastructure. Building infrastructure just takes forever, and then the front line moves anyway. Yeah, that's just fine now.